All right, Virgo, let's get right into your reading for the month of June 2025. All right, what do we need to know for the sign of Virgo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of June? Whoa, 2025. What do we need to know for the sign of Virgo? All right, Virgo, here's the thing. What you think isn't exactly how things are. All right, there's something where you think it's a certain way and it's not. Now, the reason why that is so important, especially as it relates to your money and, your financial decisions for June, is because you may have to take a step back and realize that you're not seeing something for what it is. And it could limit your financial opportunities in some way. However, there is somebody that kind of removes the veil, someone who shows up and helps you see things much more clearly. All right, so as you move into June, Virgo, you're going to see things in a certain way. But someone or something shows up and tells you or explains to you or shares something with you that says, hey, you may want to re-examine your thoughts about this. And this is something concerning money, business, or work. Someone says, hey, you may have the wrong idea about something. So you're going to get the clarity in the first week of June because someone's going to help you figure that out, which is fantastic. That's what we got here with this 10 of Pentacles. We also have the King of Wands. This is somebody who you think is against you, but they actually really like you, Virgo. A lot of the signs have been getting this card where we have the assumption that somebody doesn't like us, somebody doesn't, want to help us, and it's actually quite the opposite. All right, then we have that Two of Wands. Virgo, you're making some big decisions. And I do feel like you're going to be eliminating some things that are just distracting or things that are just costing you in some way, Virgo, and you just don't have time for it. Here's the other thing I'm getting. Virgo, you are all about your money in June. Now, that's not a bad thing at all. But you know how sometimes we focus on the money, and I'm getting that it could be at the expense of other things, which is, again, not necessarily bad, but it could kind of cause us to miss out on something. So be very careful with that, Virgo. Now, the thing is this is going to create a lot of power and strength, because even though we have the Strength card in the reverse, I'm seeing here that it's going to unlock something that will be ultimately very powerful for you, especially as it concerns your money. All right, so I know that may sound a little convoluted, Virgo, but it's one of those things where you just have, it's like the cards are giving you a heads up. All right, it's giving you a heads up. And then, ooh, look at this. All right. Promotions, raises, new opportunities to exercise your power, Virgo, are showing up. Elimination of things that do not serve you, that could be costing you, like we talked about. All right, so we got the Page of Cups, Page of Wands, both in reverse. Now, this is some unexpected news as it relates to a personal relationship. This is unexpected news as it relates to a job or your business if you are working or self-employed. Whatever the case may be, you're going to get some unexpected news about those two things, especially in that second week of June. The Seven of Wands and the Five of Pentacles, again, this is opportunities showing up and you having to exercise power and or discipline. Now, Virgo, Because you are on your money grind, your hustle grind, and you're not doing anything that does not benefit you financially, at least to the best of your ability, that means that you're going to have to be very selective with the people that you spend time with. And that's what I see here with this Three of Cups. It means that you are going to disconnect from somebody, you know, not because they're a bad person, but because they're not moving in the direction that you want to go. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, sometimes we do have to cut people off, you know, for whatever reason. And it doesn't necessarily mean you never talk to them again, but it just means right now you need to step away. You need to step back. You need to, you know, stay focused on what you really need to be focused on and not worry about, you know, the opinions of somebody else or having to cater to somebody's needs or having to feel like, you know, you have to compensate for somebody in some way. All right, so remember, you started off the month with the Strength card in reverse, but look, once we hit the second half of the month, ooh, you're rocking and rolling. Okay, Virgo, promotions, raises, power. I see it all. I see it all. Multiple opportunities. Oh, and look, you get resolution. I love to see that. Okay, so we talked about the power. This Lover's card is a decision. It's a decision and it's good. It's you have to decide between a couple of things, Virgo, but both of them are good. You know, it's like, do I stay where I'm very happy making the money I want to make, or do I move into this new opportunity, maybe a new job for you? Okay, so as we move into the second half of June, Virgo, the Four of Swords. Now that is a card of, I'm getting the word simmering. In other words, you don't need to take a drastic action right away. You need to kind of let things simmer, let things kind of settle before you do make a decision. Also getting that with the Ten of Wands, because this isn't about rushed action. No, it's about kind of evaluating before you decide to make a move. We also have the Knight of Cups. This is help coming. Exactly the assistance you need shows up in the way you need it. We talked about this Strength card already. All right, this is, I'm getting promotions, raises, power, juicy decision, and then something that's been bothering you, or maybe something that has been, you know, causing you, I don't know, issue, gets resolved in that second half of June. All right, maybe somebody did something and they finally apologize, or maybe you get to do something that you should have been doing all along. Yeah, whatever the case is, you get resolution for it. And I feel like that's in the workplace, Virgo. I feel like that is in the workplace. All right, so I feel like it's something that's owed to you. Things keep coming to me. Something that's owed to you, you get it back, or you get compensated, whatever the case may be. Okay. All right, so as we close out June, Virgo, look at these cards. These are great. All right, again, a decision is made. When that Two of Swords is in the reverse, this is a decision, again, that I feel like it's going to affect your money. You're not procrastinating. You're clear on what you want to do and the direction you want to go. Two of Cups in the reverse. Again, I'm getting a disconnect, a moving away from something that's costing you. Now, it could be costing you money, but it could also be costing you time, energy, and attention. Don't be afraid to step away. I feel like you're going to have to step away from someone in the month of June, Virgo, because it's getting in the way of your money, plain and simple. All right, it doesn't have to be permanent, like I said, but you do need to disconnect at least temporarily. We also have that Death card, which is a slow incremental change, which is good because that gives gives us time to adapt, gives our nervous system time to accept the changes that are happening. here's where things get really good. We got that Ace of Pentacles. This is new money coming at the end of June. I hope you're ready because that's exciting. This is a new source of income, okay? A new stream of income. Could be a new job for some of you, a new business. Maybe some of you sell something that you've been trying to sell for a while, but this is a brand new stream of income, and it finally gets locked in at the end of June, Virgo. Now, we also have that Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is news about something being stopped or discontinued. It's good news. All right, usually I see this card when a bill gets paid off or you cancel a subscription or something like that. It's something that definitely benefits you financially. Finally, we got the Four of Pentacles. This looks like you're getting your savings in order. All right, I love to see this card in the reverse because that means that, you know, you're getting your finances stable, which is always good. You know, sometimes that's, you know, it takes a while for some of us to get to that point, all right? But it looks like you're getting there, especially towards the end of the month, Virgo. All right, so like I said, your month of June, Virgo, I'm getting the words promotions, raises for some of you, and new power, right? Like a new power position. So I think this is fantastic. I think this is definitely going to be a blessed and prosperous month for you, Virgo. So like I always say, I hope you're ready for it. All right, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a career and money oracle card. Oh, look at this, Virgo. Ring. All right, financial commitments, long-term investment. And for your career, partnership, work together, fulfilling career. All right, so remember when I said you may have to disconnect from certain people? What I'm getting with this is that you need to disconnect with certain people so you have the energetic space to connect with the people you want and need to connect with. Okay, so think about that, Virgo. All right, Virgo, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. Yeah, thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.